Hi and welcome to another tech story. In this session, we will take a look on how to create an Azure Storage account, create a container within that storage account, and upload a blob. A blob is simply a file, a video file or image or an audio file, for example. We will then create a lifecycle rule within the storage account that will move that container from the hot tier till the cool tier after 30 days, and then from the cool tier to the archive tier after 90 days, and then delete it after 1 year of not using it. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is to log into our portal, Azure Portal, and then click on Resource Groups, then click Create, unless you have already a group that you want to use. In my case, I will be creating a new group, so I will be calling this one Storage. Leave it as East US and Review and Create. There we go. Now here is our group. We're gonna create a resource that is a storage account. We'll type storage account. Of course, we can come here and just type storage accounts and go there instead. Then click Create. Here I will name this storage account Container Account Demo 2021. I'm gonna leave it as standard, and I'm gonna have it as local redundant storage. Feel free to choose whatever you want. Review and Create, and there we go. Now this is going to take a minute, so I'll pause and return once it's done. Fantastic. Now that my storage account has been created, I will click on Go to Resource, then click on Containers, create a container. I'm going to call this one Lifecycle. Create. I'll click on it, and I will upload a file here. Click on Upload, then click on the little folder icon here. I will choose a picture or even multiple pictures. I will check the advanced because there I will create a prefix, a folder or a prefix. It's actually more of a prefix than a folder. I will call this one Images, and I will upload. There we go. Now as you can see, here are my images. Now let's go back to my storage account. There it is. And then let's look for lifecycle management. There we are. Now let's add a rule. I'm gonna call this rule savings, because if you're doing this, it's mainly for saving money. I will limit blob with filters, and I will leave it as default. Hit next. Here you have your if then block. So if you're familiar with programming, you have your if, and then within the if block you say what's going to happen. It's kind of the same thing. If this blob was not modified in the last 30 days, then move to the cool storage, add another one. If this blob was not used in the last 90 days, then archive, and finally, if it's not been modified in the last year, then delete. Then I'll hit next and go here, and here it's asking for the blob prefix, which in this case is the name of the container, then the name of the folder or the prefix. So the container name is lifecycle, and then my prefix is images, I think. Yeah, you can apply this to multiple paths or prefixes. And then I'm just gonna hit add, and there we go. Here we can see we have our rule created. If you want to look through it, here it says after 30 days of not being modified, it will be moved to cool storage, 90 days to archive storage, and after a year it will be deleted. So if you enjoyed this session as much as I did, please share, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next session.